Hello world, it is I, Michael's Memento, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how I am a 30-year-old something loser leech. You heard that correct. It sounds funny when I say it, but I mean, it's kind of true, or it is true. But before I get to it, just a little disclaimer, I am not a mental health professional, so I have no idea what I'm saying. I have no idea what I'm talking about. These are my experiences, thoughts, emotions. It's rhetorical. I don't know if that has to be said. Blah blah blah. So without further ado, I guess just get to it. Yeah, I think and feel that I am a 30-year-old, specifically a 32-year-old loser leech. I don't even know if that makes grammatical sense or whatever, but I don't know. I feel like I'm not doing anything with my life. I am unemployed. I am living with my parents. I don't leave the house very much. I don't know. I feel like I'm having an existential crisis, I suppose. Like asking, like, what's the point of it all? What's the meaning of life? Like, what's 1 + 1? Um, I don't know. Is it 42? Is it 2? Is it a window? I have no idea. Um, but yeah, I mean, like all I do really is just stay in this room, exists. I mean, granted, I am out and about in the house, but I don't leave the house. I don't really go out very much. I did try walking out, like, I mean, walking around the neighborhood a few times, but just have these just thoughts that linger there when I'm out and about, and just instills fear and I don't know, anxiety in general. But I don't know. I just feel like I am not doing enough, or I'm not doing anything. I feel like I'm just being a child still. Being at home, just surfing the internet, playing video games, which is becoming less these days. Either am I losing interest, or I'm just like, I'd rather go do something else, like watch movies, TV shows, or whatever, YouTube videos or Twitch streams or whatever they are, which is like not productive in any shape or form. It's not helping me in any way. But yeah, I just feel like I'm just running a clock and doing nothing for myself in terms of, I don't know, life goals, or if I have any goals, which I probably should make a list of goals that I want to achieve in life. But that's besides the point. I feel like I am, being at home, living with my parents. I feel like I'm not contributing enough in terms of specifically financial. Like, I wish I could support myself independently, like to be able to live on my own and support myself and things I want to do and enjoy. Like, I don't even pay for my own groceries. My parents are still doing that. I feel ashamed saying that. I feel ashamed still living with my parents, and I don't know if it's a social construct or that. Yeah, I should feel ashamed. Um, but I'm here, and I wish I could do those things, and I feel like I'm not doing anything, and I'm just sulking about, the choices I made, and sulking where I am in life, and being stuck and just being in this infinite cycle of just wishing I could do something, and then sulking that I feel helpless and blah blah blah. Um, and being aware that I'm just like, well, then what am I gonna do? Just like, on top of like, well, what is the point of it all? Because I feel like then, like, really, what's the point? We're all gonna die. What's the point? Because it seems pointless, because the world has gone to, a dumpster or whatever. Um, I don't know. I just, and on top of like trying to look for a job, or any kind of job, just get a job, anything, do something, get myself out of the house. which I kind of tried after leaving a comfy job, which I regret regretfully so, and the events that led for it, which I'm trying to forgive myself, which is completely a separate video, probably. It's eating away with me, the guilt and shame and regret and all those things. I wish I stayed, but yeah, I didn't, and I wish I was mature enough to see that before making those decisions and choices that inevitably led to that, departing my previous job. But I am here now. I'm trying to deal with it, trying to accept the consequences and facing the reality, I suppose, which is very difficult, and feeling lost and trying to, I don't know, find myself, finding the meaning of life or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know if anyone else ever knows what they're doing, and we're just all swimming along in life, or just whatever construct of we called life. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm being a baby, and that there's this like voice in my head, or maybe, how I grew up is like, oh, you need to put your big boy pants and go do something with yourself. And I'm still stuck on like, well, why? Like, why should I? I don't want to do it. I mean, honestly, if I didn't have to get a job or I didn't have to do certain things, I just wouldn't do it. And that's partly I'm asking myself, why do we even have jobs? Like, why do they exist? Is it just a game to like help pay the upper class, or people who are in political offices, and yada yada? I don't know. It could be a whole conspiracy. But especially where we're at in today's age, especially with AI moving along, and I'm just like, well, if AI is there, then like seems like a lot of things can be replaced. And maybe not right away, but later down the road, maybe. And I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, so it's just all speculation, stuff like that. Which it doesn't help because it just instills fear and stuff like that. And no one can tell the future. I mean, if you did, let me know. Because that would be awesome. But I don't know. I just feel like as a society, we put like these expectations on ourselves, on others, especially if you're a parent. I'm not a parent, but just being a kid has parents. Feel like parents put expectations on their kids, like, hey, you should, have a degree, you should have a job, you should be this by this age, you should be, successful, you should do something this way, blah blah blah. And I have failed all those expectations, at least those expectations that I think my parents have for me. And I don't know, it doesn't help thinking about those things. It just makes me think like, oh, I'm wasting my time, I'm a big failure, and that I'm never gonna be enough for my parents and stuff like that. But maybe that's besides the point. But being here on this so-called planet Earth, it's just like, man, it's just going back. I'm circling back to like, what's the point of it all? I'm here. I'm supposed to get a job. I'm supposed to go do this and that. And I know you don't have to. But you have these consequences. But if you're gonna live, whatever life it is, be able to come in peace, or be in peace with that, or come into some kind of sense like, oh, you are here, this is what you have to deal with. May not be what you wanted, but here you are. And I don't know, maybe I'm trying to deal with that right now. But it's like, I also would like to live a comfortable life, but like, it doesn't help, especially with the economy where it's at, and trying to learn a skill too. Job market's not too hot, especially in tech. As a side, I'm trying to become a web developer, specifically a um, front end web developer, or maybe a full stack. I'm not sure yet. More enjoying front end, but anyways, if you're in that industry, tech isn't doing so hot. A lot of layoffs, and on top of like what I mentioned, AI fears and stuff like that. And I know no one can tell the future. No one has a crystal ball, but it is happening presently, and it's something that thinking of that impacts the future, I suppose, and present, specifically the like present choices I will make. And I'm just thinking like, am I just learning a skill that's just going to be obsolete in 10, 20, 30, 40 years or whatever? I don't know. But yeah, looking for a job, I don't know. Just the idea of even having a job after being employed for like less than 5 years, it's just, I don't know, it just feels so pointless. Like you're really just gonna be working. I always see like having a job, being employed, is like you're working for your grave. Like that's really what it is. Um, I don't know how people have time to like, if they're employed, to like go do things or even have the energy. Because um, yeah, I could have learned, or I should, or I could have learned, a new skill on the side while being employed. But it's just like, will I have that energy? More times than I can count, I found that I don't have that energy after working an 8-hour shift. I'm just like, I just want to decompress from work life and do things that has nothing to exercise my brain. Just want to poop and hit the snooze or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I wish I could figure it all out. I don't, I don't know if I ever will. I don't know if anyone has it all figured out. I think that's just a myth. Like people have it all figured out. I think that's a bunch of malarkey, but it would be nice to like just know, I don't know, that one, it's possible or whatever to be successful or whatever, or even trying to define what success means to me or what that looks like for me. I don't know. It's just all scary and very worrisome about like where I'm gonna be in 10 years. That awful, awful, dreadful interview question. Where do you think where do you see yourself in 10 years? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. You tell me. But yeah, I just feel like I'm not doing anything with my life, even though I'm trying to figure it out, trying to just swim along, whatever. I just wish I did figure it out or narrow it down at least. And what I want to do with my life, and especially when I was, as a young adult in my 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 early 20s, just get a job and just stick with it. But I failed to do that, and I failed to do that now, and trying to make a career change in a, I don't know, unstable uh uh job environment or prospect or whatever you want to call it. It is scary. And yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about, but yeah, just just thinking like I'm not doing anything with my life and I'm just feeling helpless doesn't help. I recognize that, and being just stuck in that state. Um, One, it doesn't help, and I'm just keep being in this cycle of like, oh, I want to do something about it, but then, oh, I don't think I can. I don't have the confidence, yada yada. Um, or I think I don't have the ability of doing it. I don't believe in myself. And stuff like that. It's hard, especially when you kind of feel like you're on your own, either emotionally or even physically. But yeah, if you're out there and you feel the same way as I do, it's unfortunate, but I guess we're not alone. I guess that's a good thing. But anyways, if you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Till next time, have a good one. Bye.